welcome back to another video. You guys seem to really enjoy these videos where we do a very quick analysis, and it will be quick because the video is quite short, of this apparent 11-foot shark patrolling meters away from beachgoers in Bournemouth. This was yesterday. So as usual, the media has gone absolutely crazy with news articles like this and like this, and there's loads of them out there, even naming it as a predator. Bournemouth Beach, this area, is no stranger to shark sightings. In fact, every year I think we've had one in the mainstream media has gone wild with. In August 4th, 2021, lifeguards evacuated Boscombe Beach due to a large shark fin being spotted. I think, if memory serves me right, this was a basking shark, but we don't know for sure. Yeah, they went out on jet skis and were looking for it. It was like a scene out of Baywatch crossed with Jaws.
In fact, caught and killed a large predator that supposedly injured some bathers.
Again, the media went wild with that one. Another sighting that gets loads of media attention in this area was one that a surfer filmed with his GoPro, I believe, of a couple of sharks underneath his surfboard or there or thereabouts.
They're right under my board.
They're certainly not a threat to us. I'd like to clarify that straight away. Let's break down the video. Let's have a quick look. There's a few stills of this that have popped up, and it does look like a rather large shark, but it's hard to say. It's filmed from Bournemouth Pier looking down, and it was filmed on the Bournemouth Pier Surfers Facebook page, which is where I've seen it. There's like 80 plus comments on here. By all means, I think it's a public group. Go and have a look. Some of the comments are quite interesting because the person that's posted it has asked what people think it is, and that's what I'll look at as well. So let's just get the video up. Okay, so you can see it's in the surf. Yeah, it's probably about 50 to 100 meters away. It doesn't look overly big. Let's watch that again. When I first saw it, I actually thought it was a small basking shark, but that's primarily due to this time of year. But looking at it again, just before I get into what I think it is, interestingly, on the same Facebook comment, a chap commented saying that a few dolphins had washed up recently, like smashed to pieces basically. He didn't insinuate in any way that a shark had a go at them, but more so that either jet skis or boats had hit them. But it's interesting that I think up to 4 dolphins have washed up in that area. Initially, I thought it was a basking shark due to the sort of how wide head through the aerial view from the pier. We've seen plenty of footage like that. There's some filmed here on the island, which looks basically not too dissimilar. The colour of the shark looks quite browny. It's not too dark. However, you don't know with filters on phones, and it is in like quite a sandy, washy area. Now, this area of Bournemouth is very popular for surfers. I think there was 14 surfers in the water shortly beforehand. I actually think it could be one of 2 sharks. I don't think it's a basking shark. I think it's either a thresher shark, and that's due to the length of the tail. Now, thresher sharks are not as common. They are in these waters by all means, but they're identifiable by their rather large tail, and they can grow up to 6.1 meters, so a good 20 foot. They're pretty big. This doesn't look that big, but it could well be a thresher. There is a possibility as well that it could be a taupe. My friend Jason over at the Real Isle on YouTube, he regularly brings them in on his boat, and they can be caught from the shore here on the island. Catch and release, because there's no good eating from them by all accounts. What do these sharks actually eat? Mackerel mostly, tuna as well. We have quite a lot of bluefin tuna floating around here these days. It's getting videoed on the regular. There's also blue sharks in this area, well known. I think one of the blue shark dive charters that's been operating for many years has actually shut down following that incident a couple of years ago where a snorkeler was bitten. I think Health and Safety Inspectorate came in and basically added all sorts of mitigations, and it wasn't financially viable anymore. Basically, they were uninsurable. You have to go quite far out to see a blue shark, generally a few miles offshore. Now, blue sharks aren't small. This one here, as you can see on the screen, was caught in Cornwall as a record breaker. Yeah, they're absolute beasts, but they are known as the dogs of the sea. They're quite puppy-like when you get near one. Now, we get loads of photos here on the Isle of Man that the media blow up sometimes because we're a basking shark hotspot. One in particular a few years ago was actually a fin popping out of the water as a surfer was catching a wave. And the surfer in question actually commented and said, no, that was my other mate, he was a surfer, it's just the way the angle was shot. We're no stranger to the basking sharks, big fins getting popped out next to paddleboards, but that's not the same for other parts of the UK that might not see these sharks as regular. That area of Bournemouth, quite a large shark spine wash up a few years ago that they linked back to like a 29-foot basking shark, I think. Teeming with wildlife. Freediving here the other day was brilliant. There was Atlantic grey seals in the water, there was loads of jellyfish, starfish, you name it. That was just, that noise, by the way, was my dog. He just decided to jump on the paddleboard. So yeah, let me know what you guys think. What do you think that shark in question is? And also let me know what other sort of shark related content you'd like to see. Give me some topics down below if there's anything you want me to cover in the future. Just looking at that video footage again, in my opinion, it's either a thresher shark or a taupe shark. Contrary to what the media says, it's not a predator and it's not going to do anyone any harm. It could go right under your board and it wouldn't. Open water swimmer swim right past you, you'd never know. And it's not looking for you, it's looking for mackerel probably. As always, thanks again for watching this brief video, and I'll keep you updated on any more marine life events that I think are worth covering in the future. All the best. Cheers, guys.